Details on Assetto Corsa EVO have slowly been revealing themselves since its initial announcement trailer back in September 2024. The long-awaited follow-up to 2014's Racing Simulation Champion was thought of in some parts as an expansion, but the clue is in the name. EVO represents an evolution, and we have enough information now to publish a feature on its biggest gameplay differences versus the series' 2018 spin-off Assetto Corsa Competizione. EVO powered by Inhouse game engine. Like its 2014 forebear, Assetto Corsa EVO is being created via a photorealistic in-house game engine, unlike 2018 spin-off Competizione, for which developer Kunos Simulazione used Unreal Engine 4. Whilst this first point isn't related to gameplay directly, it does indicate that the Italian-based studio's commitment to portraying the racing sim's laser-scan tracks more realistically than before. Think of it this way, a track with intricate tarmac detail will support the game's enhanced physics, including your perception of grip. How grip feels through the steering wheel is a two-way conversation with how your eyes view the road, providing, hopefully, a deeper immersiveness. EVO has the most authentic road feel to date. Expanding on the point just made, Assetto Corsa EVO is touted by Kunos as redefining asphalt simulation by featuring the most authentic road feel to date. They say they've developed an intricate mathematical model to meticulously simulate the feel of tarmac through your fingers, grip that's shaped dynamically via camber, track temperature, weather, and more. Thankfully, Kunos haven't shared details of their mathematical equations, as it sounds a bit too complex to reinterpret here. Just know that the feel of the road promises bar-raising authenticity. VR implementation. The question of whether Assetto Corsa EVO will support VR has already been answered by Kunos. Yes, it will. The upcoming sim will support Steam VR, Oculus, and OpenXR virtual reality platforms from day one. And unlike its two predecessors, VR implementation is being developed together with engineers from Nvidia and Epic Games to ensure smooth optimization, hopefully minimizing the VR performance issues which affected Assetto Corsa and Competizione. Rebuilt physics engine. Excellent driving physics is what we've come to expect from Kunos' racing series. Competizione raised the bar for in-game car feel and fidelity, and this time around the Italian team are upping the benchmark once again with newfound emphasis on handling, aerodynamics, and braking. We'll expand in the next entry how the car feels when you slam on the brake pedal, but for mechanical handling and aero performance, EVO pledges extreme likeness to real life. An early preview published by Top Gear states this is felt mostly in the slower speeds, where moving through gears whilst cornering delivers a sensation of tires complaining. The feeling under braking. Again, coming from Top Gear's preview, they define the feeling of braking at high speed as terrifying, citing in particular your vehicle's weight transfer from back to front, the demands of applying precise brake pressure, and the resulting unsteadiness as you aim squarely for an apex. Mastering braking, it seems, will elevate good EVO drivers to great. Vehicle roster. A huge difference between EVO and Competizione is in their respective roster of cars. Competizione, after all, was a racer focusing solely on GT racing, it being an officially licensed GT World Challenge video game, designed specifically to replicate the atmosphere of SRO motorsport after all. EVO instead will feature a vast roster of road and race vehicles. Whilst the complete list of cars available hasn't been shared by Kunos, there's plenty to salivate over in the development footage shared by the studio. The Lamborghini Huracan GT3, Nissan 350Z, BMW M2, and Alfa Romeo Jr. have all been taken for a spin by the team, so whilst unconfirmed, they'll likely appear in due course. Kunos co-founder Marco Massarudo confirms at least 20 cars will be available on launch, and with models from some of the most prestigious names in motorsport appearing in preview videos, we can expect a mix of Ferrari, Porsche, McLaren, Lancia, and so on to be in that 20. More comprehensive career mode. We don't have a lot to go off, just some hype-inducing comments from Massarudo and the game's director Davide Barivo, whereby they claim EVO will be akin to an RPG for petrolheads. Both have identified the lack of career mode in EVO's predecessors, so are keen to establish something worth striving for here in their latest entry. In addition to their RPG claim, EVO's career will be open-ended, giving total freedom in how players want to progress, earn their currency, and fill out their garage. Specifically, Brivio states in an interview with multiplayer.it that if you want to buy 50 Alpines, you can buy 50 Alpines. Upgrades to dynamic weather and time simulation. Dynamic weather and a full day-night cycle were features notably absent from the original Assetto Corsa's vanilla build, and whilst these were introduced in Assetto Corsa Competizione, EVO, thanks to its proprietary high-spec game engine, will bring newfound tactileness to the effect of changing weather on track, be it the scorching sun-baked day or the sodden night. The jump from Unreal Engine 4 allows Kunos to introduce ever more dynamism to its weather effects, with some of the most notable innovations felt when the track is wet. Real-time water displacement. And on that note, a boon which EVO has over Competizione is the realism in which water displaces across a track surface. Thanks to the laser scan tarmac, during heavy rainfall, water will pool in the same places that it does in real life. If the rain stops, a dry racing line will slowly emerge, again true to life. These racing lines can be deliberately created by taking an alternative line through the puddles for a couple of laps, which, should you correct any resulting aquaplaning, can reveal faster racing lines as the weather improves. AI improvements. Opponent AI is another area recognized by Kunos as lagging behind the competition, so for EVO the AI has undergone wholesale changes. Much like the authentic road feel, EVO's AI has some complex algorithms working behind the scenes, and here's what they reckon it'll be capable of. AI opponents will respect the on-track conditions just like the player. Their mistakes will be unscripted and they'll auto-learn. Expect their lines and braking points to improve lap over lap. Intriguing too is their distinct personalities tied to their names. Should an AI driver defend over-aggressively in the last race, then perhaps consider giving them a wide berth next time. Car purchasing. The process of entering a dealership to purchase a car, for obvious reasons, wasn't available on the GT3-focused Assetto Corsa Competizione, but for EVO, the options for car buying are another step towards realism. In the aforementioned interview with Multiplayer.it, game director Davide Brivio confirms that all the car models within the game will feature all the configurations, engines, and fuel types available in any real-life dealership. The example he gives, for instance, is if your favorite car is available with 17-inch wheels and a sunroof, then it'll also be available in Assetto Corsa EVO. Aftermarket upgrades. In Assetto Corsa Competizione, there are no mechanical upgrades to vehicles as such, although in a 2019 update, a fantastic livery editor first appeared. In EVO, via another confirmation from Brivio, there will be opportunity to improve your purchased vehicles with modifications, centering on performance-enhancing aerodynamic upgrades. Open world free roaming. In addition to all the on-track action, Assetto Corsa EVO will feature a 600-kilometer open world within the Eifel Mountains region surrounding infamous German circuit the Nürburgring. The entirety of this vast open space won't be available on launch. Instead, more and more miles will appear in staged updates. It's an enticing prospect though, with players said to be able to interact with businesses across the region, car hire firms, tuning and customization shops, the aforesaid dealerships. These will all add vibrancy to the world. They'll also be refueling and recharging, the necessity of which hasn't been shared just yet. Multiplayer modes. Assetto Corsa Competizione offered 3 types of multiplayer experience: standard, casual racing, and more high-octane competition, via public and competition servers respectively. The third multiplayer iteration is via private leagues. For Assetto Corsa EVO, online racing will be undertaken via a companion portal powered by the SimGrid in partnership with Speed Capital Limited. Details are slim given it's another feature that won't be available on launch, but expected are driver profiles, detailed stats, plus daily races and events like Gran Turismo 7. Mod support. There's an air of speculation with this one, as it hasn't yet been confirmed outright by Kunos that EVO will continue the widespread mod support of its 2014 forebear. We know for certain that mods will appear given the studio's promise to include a mod editor after the game's early access period ends, but the shape this will take is up in the air at present. What they may impose due to licensing and copyright is that modders work officially with manufacturers and circuit owners before bringing them to the game. Either way, it sounds more expansive than Assetto Corsa Competizione, which features very limited mod support. In fact, only 3 mods are presently listed for Competizione on Nexus. So, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.